This tutorial will help you work with the forms generation tool that we use in Joomla called Fabrik. We'll start by logging in. It's located under Components. Now in this case, we've already got a form created, and what we want to do is we actually want to add a few elements to it. The form that we have created in this case is a client assessment form. And we see we have elements. Now the elements are the actual pieces of information that you want to collect. The system tracks all of those, but we can sort them based on the group. So I'm going to pull up just the client assessment form elements. We see those displayed here. There's actually more of them on another page. If I wanted to add a new piece of information to track, I can simply click New. Now all of the areas that we've got here, if we hold the cursor over it, will actually give us a description. The name is actually the field name that's going to be used in the database itself. I often use just lowercase characters, so in this case I'll just use something called test. Now the label is what's actually displayed in the form itself, and this is usually some kind of description that we use. We make sure that it's going to go into the client assessment form group. That will allow us to display it on our actual form. Now we have a number of different options of the types of data we can collect. If it's a short piece of data, we can use a field type. If it's a longer description, we may want to use a text area. We may want to use a checkbox list. We might want to use a drop-down menu, things like that. In this case, I'm just going to leave this one as a field. We can set the width, but Fabrik will actually do that by default on its own. If we were collecting a password that we wanted, we would set this to yes, and that will make it so that the user can't actually see the password. It's hidden from view. We can select whether or not we want this published. Now it is published by default, which means that if I add it to the client assessment form and I save this, it will automatically publish it. There are some other things that we can do called validations. So if we wanted to make this bit of information required, we would add that we want to make it not empty. We put an error message in here. Please provide the test information. And that would be displayed when somebody doesn't put in anything in the test field. If we don't need it required, we can just simply leave that as empty. We save that, and it will show up at the end of our list. There it is, and it's going to automatically show up on our form. And it's as easy as that. Now if we wanted to edit one of our fields, we'd simply go into the list, click on the field, and we can change, in this case it's a checkbox, so we could add another checkbox type to it. We could delete one of these checkbox types. We could make it required, and then simply save when we are finished or apply. That's how easy it is to work with the Fabrik system. Good luck with that.